Thank you for joining. My name is Nadya. I'm a certified health and life coach as well as Shaklee advocate. I help men and women in their 50s to lose stubborn 20 pounds so they can finally fit in the clothes they want to fit and keep it this way through transformation of your lifestyle and habit change. And I can also say I am a master of energy. So today will be a similar conversation about energy, precisely sugar, even more precisely on sweets. Let's say even more precisely on healthy sweets. Seems to me that when we talk about sugar, we usually think about something unhealthy, isn't it? So when you hear sugar, the first thought that comes to my mind, ooh, avoid. Because it's really so marketed right now. Sugar-free diet, this and that we kind of catch this as a something quick fix for us, but really, what is sugar about? Sugar helps produce our body's glucose, and glucose is energy. So actually, let me step back, and today's topic is somewhat continuation of the previous week when we talked about substitutes of sugar. What will be the healthy substitute of sugar? So if you're curious, please go in and enjoy this video. You can always find me on YouTube, The Natural Power 100. That video should be there. I believe it's called Healthy Sweeteners, possibly. And also, if you would like to receive an email copy of my health tips that come out every Thursday in the morning, you can go to nadyatash.com/newsletter. And I'm going to put those links inside of this video as well for your easy access. And please, if you're not a part of Friends in Health Facebook group, join us, Friends in Health. All right, well, healthy sweets my way. So I will do my best to really be very practical and explain to you why, and have a little bit, very little, but the physiology approach, why I chose it the way I chose it. Okay, I love sweets. I'm not crazy about them. I'm not addicted to them, but I surely like the sweet flavor in my mouth. And when I was preparing for this conversation, the first thing that came to my thinking, it's really not about what you eat, it's about why you eat. So the point number one is why we're eating what we're eating, particularly sweets / sugar. And there are several reasons why you love sweets. And I invite you to be present to them and really distinguish which one is yours, or maybe a combination of several. Because based on that, based on your why you love sweets, the continuation of this conversation will go a certain way for you, right? Your listening will be based on why you eat or why you love the sweets. So why we love sweets? Number one, most common, is emotional eating. Usually it's in the realm of something is missing emotionally in your life, whether it's relationships, whether it's self-love, whether it's unsatisfaction in some areas of your life, problems at work, problems with kids. Your body is craving sweetness in non-tasteful way, non-edible way. And emotional eating of sweetness, really boils down to your emotional need of sweet. So emotional eating, different variation of this, of course. Number two is boredom eating. I feel bored. Let me munch on something. Some people call it munching eating, right? Number 3 is reward eating. This is actually my case. I give myself an opportunity to be an extraordinary, place a great phone call or a challenging conversation, and then I know I'm going to reward myself with something nice in terms of food. So reward eating. And number 4, mindless eating. Let's say you're sitting at the computer all day and you just have the snacks next to you and you just mindfully eat, and you don't even realize how much you're eating, and it's just there and your body does not register that you're eating. Mindless eating. It's actually the opposite of the mindful eating. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is energy boosting eating. So we're eating for energy. I feel usually it's around the afternoon, right? Like you feel, I'm so lack of energy. I need something. And of course, the first thing that comes to your mind is put something in your mouth for energy. It usually comes to quick fix as sugar, coffee, right? So real quick, why you love sweets? Maybe it's emotional eating, or boredom eating, or reward eating, or mindless eating, or energy boosting eating. So point number 2 that I'd like to pay your attention is, once you take on a practice of certain sweets, maybe starting today you will say, oh, let me try this, or maybe substitute this with that. Be an observer. Imagine it's almost like you're stepping out of your body, and when you eat particular sweet, be an observer. We talked about why. Ask yourself why I want this particular sweet. Be an observer while eating. And here I actually want to pay a very huge attention of mindful eating. Observe your emotions, observe your physical sensations while you're eating. We had that conversation. Imagine you're eating like you're looking at the painting. Observe how your taste buds are feeling, how you're feeling emotionally, and don't even like do anything else. Don't multitask. Really focus, almost like meditation on your food. So be an observer of you consuming this food. Then after you ate that food, be an observer what happens to you right after. How do you feel? And an hour or 2 later, be an observer how you feel an hour and 2 later. Okay, so it's like a process. Really listening to your body physically and emotionally before, during, right after, and 1 and 2 hours later. Okay. Okay, so number 3, we are going towards the actual practical approach for sweets and healthy sweets my way. Here's the approach that I have taken through months and a couple of years of playing with different options, what works for me. Life is changing, situations are changing. Sometimes you need more sweetness, sometimes you can just drink plenty of water and not even think about food. So it's always different, right? And I know, depending on my life conditions, how I feel emotionally or physically, I already know what I can use for me personally. So here's a couple of concepts that I would like to give you as heads up. Well, they are high, medium, and low sugar impact foods. Let's say a quick example would be you're eating cake on ice or ice cream, you're eating strawberry, or you're eating green beans possibly. Right? So not to go too much deep into that, but what makes sense? What is your high impact that spikes your blood sugar up, and what is the low impact sugar food on your body? So what makes sense? And the concept here is we always want to control our blood sugar. You probably have heard it's like a blood sugar roller coaster, which means when you eat the sweet, your blood sugar spikes up and it crashes down. When you eat a not complex carbohydrates, let's say you're eating a cookie, something like a simple carb, and it spikes your blood sugar quickly up and down. It's simple, it breaks down in your body fast, and you crash down. Or if you eat a complex carb, let's say I eat oatmeal with honey, but the oatmeal is main ingredient. It takes longer time to break it down, so your blood sugar does not spike so fast up and down. It actually goes slower and it breaks down slower, so my energy release is longer and I don't crash so fast, so sudden afterwards. And I choose different sweets at different times of my life or days or my needs, but I know the effect that they're going to get to my body. All right. So, for example, as I mentioned, mine is reward eating. So I know I don't need the emotional eating in terms of I just want something to reward my body, which emotionally I do not crave the pie, for example, but it's somewhat even like boredom eating. You know, I want to have a 10-minute break and I want to do something positive. Meditation is, by the way, one of those positiveness, but have something in my diet. I'm looking at my list. Greens. I can make greens with sea salt and some garlic. I love those. They are not sweet, nope, but the afterwards effect on my body is the same as if I ate ice cream, but the energy goes so much longer and healthier. I don't have that blood sugar spike. So mine is actually works for me in this particular case. I know I will be so energized 10 minutes later. I can keep going with my amazing day. Versus that if I eat ice cream, I will just be crazy for next 30 minutes or maybe 20, 15, and then I crash and then I can't go with my day. So it's the choice that I take for the afterwards effect after I eat my sweets, not the choice that I want to feel sweetness in my mouth. Okay, whether it made sense for you or not, point number 4 is let's dive into what I use every day for my healthy sweets choices, my way. I'm going to give you as if I am consuming it in one day, which not necessarily is. Sometimes it is when I have low energy. Today is actually one of those days because after my long run, the next day is a little bit challenging. So it's very, very crucial to know that, observe your body, know the cause why I'm low energy that particular day, and have a choice of what I'm going to do about that and what foods I'm going to take. Okay, so in the morning, usually in the morning, I do like something sweet, not crazily sweet, but I start with a pomegranate tea. Pomegranate has natural sweetness. I do totally enjoy that. I am glancing at the time real quick. We are great. Okay, so right after pomegranate tea, I make the shake. I make the protein shake, and my trick for my own self, not to drink the coffee, what works for me is the chocolate protein shake. Amazingly, to me it's the same flavor or very similar. I do not crave coffee after that. And chocolate shake by itself has sweet flavor, I am so fixed with sweetness in the morning, I am good to go. And it is a plant-based protein shake. It's a meal replacement. It's zero sugar. Really super healthy option. If I want a little bit more, I usually get very hungry in the morning. Sometimes, if you know me well enough, I eat 4 meals in the morning. They're tiny, but quite a few of them. I put in a protein bar. My favorite flavor is a chocolate coconut protein bar, and it's got natural sweetness as well, chocolate and coconut, and I get my sweetness there as well. So I always look for healthy choices of being sweet. It's still sweet. If I need something else, fruit. Apples are very easy, quick fix for me. They're always in front of me, right there. Okay, again, I am just talking about sweet choices. It doesn't mean that I eat them all throughout the day, every day, and nothing else, but I'm giving you the choice of our topic, healthy sweets throughout the day. Okay, so please do not consider having it all in one day unless such a bad day you got to. And if it's the case, you still have pretty good healthy choices. Okay, so let's move on from the morning and go towards the afternoon. So around late morning, actually, let's say 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, I need something else in my body. I'm getting hungry. Making a note here, drinking plenty of water, making sure that you are getting physically hungry and it's not your emotional boredom or you want something munchy eating. Drink plenty of liquids. Water is the best to trick your body first. Make sure that your body is really hungry. Okay, water can be a great fix to test it. Okay, so around 11 o'clock, I just have a bowl of fruit. Sometimes I prepare them the night before. I chop them into small pieces, put them in a box to go. They're sitting in my fridge ready to go. Also very great for when we do cleanses, when you really want to eat often because you only eat healthy choices. So ready to go for that. And if not, I always have fruits in my refrigerator that I prepare, and I go shopping every weekend, and my fridge is ready with healthy sweet choices as well. So fruit, again, apple is a quick fix for me. Okay, and let's say we had lunch, and around late afternoon after lunch, sometimes it's 2 o'clock for me, for some it can be 3, 4, it depends what your schedule looks like. Between 1 and 2:30 in my case, I reward myself. So this is the main sweetness of my day. I'm very mindful about what I put, and I give myself time to enjoy it. I actually give time to it as if I'm eating. I want to give my body and my brain the fullest 100% message. Hey, I am giving you some sweetness, you better enjoy it fully. Which means not to multitask and really be present with your eating and breathing. Just do every possible tool that you know while you eat, and enjoy your sweets. What you will see on my plate is a piece of dark chocolate. I usually like with nuts and sea salt. You will see on my plate lots of nuts. They're not sweet, but somehow they are just the right flavor for me, with a combination of small piece of dark chocolate. Nuts is what I have in the afternoon. And sometimes I do put berries right on the same plate. Usually it's raspberries and cranberries. This is just my choice. It's just my routine. And my plate, if you see it, it does look very organized. Like it's in a piles of nuts, dark chocolate, berries, and sometimes I do have Greek yogurt, but not often. But it is still in my refrigerator just in case. All right. and very mindful eating. Actually, also what I have with that is tea. I love tea. If you know me well, I love green tea. I drink a lot of it. Green tea is not sweet tea, but there are plenty of choices if you would like sweetness and you're okay with not too sweet, something just light sweetness. Herbal teas are amazing option. Peach tea is that what I use. I also use mango tea, and this morning I knew I would have this topic. I actually made me it's white chocolate with almond tea. It is amazing. White chocolate and almond. So I'm munching on this tea, and it's pretty sweet. With that tea, I don't even feel like eating anything else on top of that. By itself, it's amazing. So it's a great opportunity as well. Okay, and let's say close to the evening. In the evening, I always think about an apple. I just love to have one apple a day, keeps your doctor away. So one apple a day, late afternoon, close to the evening is what I like for sweet choice. And sometimes I do use protein shake as my meal replacement, especially when I go work out. I don't want to eat anything heavy. I just want to refuel my body with something healthy. So protein shake is a great option for me, or meal bar. And I'm often asked the question, what you eat before you go to bed if you're so totally starving. But we all know it's not recommended to eat. The best way is to give your body that cleansing 12-hour period over the night, which means you're not eating between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. For most people, it's impossible. I'm actually playing with that option, and surprisingly to me, I used to be the person I cannot sleep on an empty stomach. Now I'm the person, if my stomach is empty, I feel somewhat hungry, it's perfect time to go sleep. I drink some water, I take probiotic, and I go. But sometimes you just cannot fall asleep, you're starving, or you missed your dinner, or something else. Life is life, it happens. So what I use, again, lots of water is a great option. I use the same plant-based protein shake, not mixed with anything. I have literally 4 ounces small glass, just plain clean filtered water with plant-based shake. It's very low calorie. If you mix it with just water, you will have just enough calories for your body to help you fall asleep and digest it probably before you even fall asleep. An amazing choice. Some people like me, we love to chew. I'm a chewer. I have to chew. I cannot drink shakes all day long. Apple is a good choice for me. I know it's somewhat sugar, but it is a natural sugar. Again, it's not going to have the same effect as you eat cookie. So apple is a great option for me. Sometimes just few slices. I am good enough, good to go. Plenty of chewing in there. Okay, I think that is what I have to share with you in terms of what I do for healthy sweets. And I'd like to hear what may be your option, or what do you like from my share. Maybe you would like to choose 3 things that you would like to take on and include them into your routine. Have you figured out what is your sweets eating pattern? Is it emotional? Is it boredom? Is it reward eating? Is it mindless eating? Is it energy boosting eating? Please keep in mind to be an observer. Ask yourself why I want to eat sweets. Be an observer and eat mindfully. Listen to your body right after. Listen to your body an hour or 2 later. Make sure what kind of sweets you eat. High, medium, low sugar foods. Also make sure maybe you can substitute sugary foods with healthy carbohydrates foods, such as greens or already forgot what, whole grains. And I share with you my way of using sweets throughout the day. Again, I compacted everything into one day for you to see as an example. And this is the summary. What is your aha or main appreciation of this moment? What would you like to take on? Maybe there's something else that you would like to share. I look forward to hear your comments and your input for this conversation. And please feel free to join our Friends in Health Facebook group and also my YouTube channel, The Natural Power 100, and my Thursday health newsletters at nadyatouch.com/newsletter. We will see you in the community, and thank you so much for joining this conversation.